It's here, the feedback form for the backgrounds of One DnD, and I'm gonna teach you how to give good feedback to wizards on this Unearthed Arcana material. So let's jump into that right now. Importantly, the feedback form is going to be live for about 2 weeks, so you have 2 weeks time to write out your thoughts and send it over to Wizard of the Coast, and the link to that feedback form is going to be in the description below, so I'll make it easy for you. You don't have to go Googling, where is it? I've got you covered. Let's go through how would I personally go about giving feedback for the backgrounds of One DnD, which were released about 2 weeks ago, and is a first look at the future of Dungeons and Dragons. Very firstly, don't be rude. Don't call them names. Don't call them anything bad, because these are people working on this product, and there's going to be people reading this. I know Wizards of the Coast is a big company owned by Hasbro, so it feels very faceless, but the people who are going to be digesting this feedback are people, and they're the people who work on this game, and they want to make this game good. They're passionate about this. So don't be rude. Be constructive. And the thing about being constructive is you can point out flaws or things that you don't like or things that you don't work or things that you wish that were better, but you do it in a thoughtful and I guess professional manner would be the right word here, yeah, because you want to give feedback so that this thing would be better, right? That's the point. Give feedback, they receive feedback, thing become better. The perfect scenario. So, don't be rude, be constructive, first thing. Second thing, be specific with your feedback. So if you write them, One DnD sucks, I hate it, that's not good feedback. What are they going to do with that feedback? They have no idea why you don't like it. They have no idea what particular things you hate about it. And I would not personally use the word hate even if in your feedback. They don't know what to do. It's not actionable. Instead, be specific. Tell them exactly what things in that background's Unearthed Arcana document did you not like or did not work for you or you wish that were different and why. That's also important so that they understand where you're coming from, what your thinking is there. For example, you could write that, hey, I think the Wood Elf legacy on the elf part wasn't particularly strong because I felt it was overshadowed by what the Drow and High Elves get in their legacy table, and it makes the Wood Elf a lot less appealing as a choice. That would be a good point of feedback. It's specific and it's actionable. So they could say, okay, and if many people are saying this, they can be like, okay, so the Wood Elf is clearly not living up to what we want, or the others are too powerful. Maybe the Wood Elf is at the level that they want, and the others are too powerful and they need to bring them down. I don't know what the solution is. They can figure it out. And that leads me to the third point. Point out the problems that you're having, or the things that you don't like, or things that you want to see improved, but don't tell them how to do it. That's not your job. You and me, we don't have the context that the people working at Wizards do, the designers there, and all the people who are working on One DnD. They have way more context than we do, and they're professionals at this. I'm not a professional tabletop role-playing game designer. You probably aren't either. You might be, though. So don't tell them what to do. Don't say, the Wood Elf legacy seems weak, it should be these instead. No, tell them what your problem is and why it is a problem, and then they can figure out what the solution to that should be, and that's their job. Their job is to figure how to tackle these issues, right? Right. Then, number 4, be concise. I don't mean dumb down your message or leave out important things. That's not the point, but use only the absolute minimum amount of words that you need to use. Try to convey your feedback in the shortest possible form without its losing its integrity and its intended message. This is because they're going to get a lot of feedback for One DnD. A lot of it. I work in game development myself, and going through player feedback, it takes a lot of time. So if you can make your points concise, the better. That means that it will more likely get properly processed, and it will be properly read, and they will appreciate it as well. It's a nice little thing to do for them. But the point is that you don't need to leave stuff out. I'm not saying leave things out. If your feedback is long because you have a lot of thoughts on it, by all means, go for it. Write them along stuff. You're probably very passionate about this stuff. That's totally fine. But still, try to keep it as concise as you possibly can make it. My 5th point, and this is one that many people will probably forget. Remember to highlight the things that you liked, because most of the feedback that Wizards is going to get is probably going to be centered around, I didn't like this, I think this doesn't work, I think this should be changed, I think this should be better. It's going to be a lot of constructive criticism, which is fine. Like, I'm not saying you need to give positive things because otherwise Wizards will feel bad. No, but tell them what you think works and what you like, because then they know that, this thing in the game that we put in there is working. It's having the intended effect. Because then they know that they're going in the right path with that specific thing. And again, the thing that you like, be specific about it. Once again, be specific. I like the Aasimar, or they're not called Aasimar, they're Ardlings. I like the Ardlings because of how you've split their different heritages, for example. Just an example. But try to be very specific on what you liked and why you liked it. I'm sure, on top of that, they will appreciate it. They will like to hear that positive feedback as well, because there's a lot of constructive feedback, and it's nice to read a little positive feedback every now and then. Right, so with this, you should be good to write your feedback to Wizards of the Coast about the backgrounds of One DnD. And the link, like I said, is going to be down there in the description. Also in the description is going to be my Twitch link. I stream every Monday and Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern European Standard Time on twitch.tv/funwithfondue. That's twitch.tv/funwithfondue. Link down there. And hey, if you enjoyed this and you found this helpful, leave a little comment for me down there, won't you? It'll help boost me in the algorithm. And a like and a subscription would also go a long way. And now on the screen, you're going to see another video of mine, which I think you should check out, because it's a good one. It's a good one, even if I do say so myself. And hey, I hope to see you on the next video. Until then, keep it dice and easy. See you around.